Hi, it's Faye, and I know I haven't filmed a YouTube video in like a month, and I wanted to apologize for that. I got a new job and it's been so much fun, but it has been very tiring. Freya says hello. Oh. I also dyed my hair this pinkish magenta-ish kind of color. One of my most popular things like on all my social medias is actually my Pinterest. I have a few photos on Pinterest that have gotten a lot of attention, and almost all of them are from my freaking room. My partner and I have a really well decorated room. I will humbly take most of the credit for it. You guys have liked my other videos about my room tours. I wanted to help you guys make a Pinterest worthy room, but like in a fairy grunge, fairy whimsigoth kind of way. First, wanted to give some general tips for decorating honestly any room. If you don't really know where to start, I would recommend starting with a color palette. Colors are one of the easiest things to start out with as to what you know you like. I like purple, pink, green, and blue. And a lot of room decoration is actually like starting from where you know you like. If you have any loved ones that give you heirlooms, or any friends that give you heirlooms, or your partner or your ancestors, anybody that you love and appreciate, if they give you anything, keep it. Put it on your wall, especially if they know your taste well. Put it on your wall. I don't care if it's an ornament, you can put it on your wall. So ornaments are a good tip. My family gives me jewelry sometimes, my family gives me books, my family gives me a lot of things they know I will love. Even flowers. See that little portrait up there? That is my great-grandmother's, and it is one of my most blessed objects I own because she wrote a little letter on the back of it. So I kept that. If you can put a thumbtack in it, or you can hang it up, you can put it on your wall. If you want to start a gallery wall, that's another good tip, especially if your family are artists. My mom made this castle portrait in high school, and it is another one of my favorite things I own because it's so special to me. I love medieval kind of stuff, and my mama made it, so it's even more special. If you for some reason don't have any art or accessories, even start out by making your own room decor. The collage right there I made. I'm gonna try and make seasonal collages. This one I started out with is spring and is associated with the element of fire, so I made a little collage of that, and now it's kind of like a poster in my room. Small business art is also really special because when you buy it like at a convention or things like that, you can meet the artist in person and shake their hand, tell them thank you, and you can meet the artist. I think that's so special. You can make a little connection, tell them about why you love their art. Oddities and Curiosities Expo goes around the US and has a lot of great artists if you're looking for some gothic art. But thrifted art is also really good. That is also something I recommend. Thrift everything first before you buy anything new. But if you are going to buy something new, get it from a small business. Have fabrics, like anywhere you can put them. Fabrics like lace. I love lace. There are even patterns you know you like. If you know you like stripes or polka dots, pin them up on your wall, put them on your shelf, put them in the corner of your room and like drape them all over each other, put them on the ceiling. There's so many things you can do with just a pretty fabric. You could even wear it every once in a while if you want, tie it around your waist or wear it like a scarf. But I especially like tulle as well. I love sheer fabrics, and I feel like it adds a little bit more texture. It also adds a little more dimension. General tip I recommend is getting good lighting, 1 to 2 lamps. You can start out with even less than that, with just candles or a candle warmer. I love candle warmers because they make candles last so much more longer, and they're usually really pretty if you find a good one. Like, I used to have one that looks like a flower. It's broken now, but it was freaking adorable, and it looked like a flower, and it made me feel like a fairy. Colored light bulbs as well, especially if they're in your color scheme that you like and you know you like. I have a purple light bulb and I also have a blue light bulb up in that lamp over there. General tip is to show your interests and your hobbies. If you like the fairy grunge or whimsy goth kind of aesthetic, I'm sure you also like the media that comes along with it. Show some of that in your posters. You can even DIY your own posters. I used to DIY posters all the time and it always looked really cool and grungy, so I highly recommend making your own posters. I also have a couple Mazzy Star posters up there. If you like Ren fairs, use your Ren fair props or your costume props along your room. For example, I have a styrofoam Sting from Lord of the Rings, and that is my all-time favorite movie, is the Lord of the Rings series. I have little Ewok postcards, or just little things you get from going out and about. I'm sure you get a lot of flyers, and if it's cute, put it on your freaking wall. Another general tip I have to give is show your spiritual or even your political stances. I love astrology, I love tarot, I also love the Norse goddess Freya. So I have a lot of things for Freya and represent my spiritual practice. If you paint or you collage or you craft or you're a musician, use those things as decor. For example, my partner's a musician, so we have a little corner for them with their guitars, and it looks really cool. If you have strong political beliefs, I also highly recommend showing those in your room. Like, I have a little Shai Guevara poster over there. I also forgot for lighting, I also have fairy lights over here. That's also another great tip. Use what you already love. Get props from the movies you like, get posters from the music you like, CDs from the music you like. Oftentimes, or even records, there'll be like little slips of paper in them, and you can take the album cover itself out and use that as a little poster. Some general imagery that I also recommend is celestial imagery. Celestial imagery is probably like the essential whimsy goth staple. Like, I have this iconic moon pillow and it has a little tassel, so I put it on my wall. Fairy imagery, of course, I highly recommend, because if you have a lot of cool grungy posters, you can balance it out with the ethereal kind of vibe, because this vibe is also very much about juxtaposition. So if you have those grungy posters or like grungy movie props even, you'll have celestial imagery and little fairies to balance it out to create like a dark, beautiful, and whimsical essence in your room. I love fairies, and I highly recommend using fairies, fairy statues, fairy postcards, fairy ornaments on your walls. Sun catchers, I love sun catchers, because once the sun hits it at the right spot, you get rainbow time in your room. There'll be rainbows all over your room, and it's so beautiful. Other imagery I recommend is like kind of witchy imagery, so like potions and witchy quotes even. And if you are an actual witch, use your witchcraft tools in your decor as well, because if you customize everything to yourself, eventually you'll have a really cool room. If you customize your journals, you customize your art to yourself, you customize everything to be you and to feel like you, eventually it'll be all in your room as decor, and it'll be so cool. Some other imagery that I love to see in a bedroom and really makes my bedroom feel more me is earthly imagery. So like crystals and rocks and even dried flowers. I love dried flowers, and I have them everywhere because they're beautiful. And floral imagery as well. Pirate imagery too, like pirate props from Ren fairs or things like that. Put it on your wall, because that adds a good touch of whimsy as well, and it adds that little like adventure kind of vibe to your room. Make an altar to yourself. If you're an atheist or you don't have a specific spirituality that you practice, make an altar to yourself, because even if you don't want to practice it like that, you can at least have a dedicated zone to you and to prioritize you and think about and put all your favorite things in that represent you. I personally have a altar for the Norse goddess Freya, and I also have a memorial altar for my partner's cat, and I collect things that feel like me or Roya would like, and I put them in bottles and I give them as offerings to her. Self-dedication, make yourself an altar. Especially if you want to build self-confidence, make an altar for you and what you want to prioritize and what you do prioritize in your life. Medieval imagery is also pretty good imagery for this vibe, like the castle, the sword, or maps. I love a good map in a room. I think that also adds to the whimsy adventure kind of part of this aesthetic, like in Lord of the Rings. Some specific decor I also recommend is a record player or a CD player. Also recommend putting anything you can in wooden boxes. If you need to store something and you're like, well, how the freak do I store this in a cute way? Find a wooden box out at the store, put your makeup in there, put your earrings in there, put whatever you need to in there. My candle holders, I love a good candle holder. And I often find fairy candle holders at the thrift. So one of my biggest tips is to thrift if you want to find good stuff for your room. Use the stuff you already have that your loved ones have given you and use the thrift store, because the thrift store will be your best friend. Also, like a good bottle or a vase or a cup. Put my pencils in it. I can put dried flowers in it. I can put my hair stuff in it. Make everything pretty. If you have like something boring in your room and you're like, dang, like, I don't know, my bed set is boring, that's another recommendation. Start with your bed set, because even though it is an investment, like a good bed set is kind of expensive, invest in it in a cute one. It'll be so worth it, because a good bed set just ties everything together. So I like to use my perfume and my makeup as decor in itself. If it's a pretty lipstick bottle or pretty packaging, I'm gonna put it out so the whole world can see it. Dolls, statues, and stuffed animals are also a great way to create more maximalist energy in your room. Like, I have the stuffed animal my partner gave me. I have this doll that used to be my mama. Another tip is, if you are gonna start redecorating your room, ask your loved ones first for things, because I'm sure they have some stuff they're like, I don't really want this anymore, but this fits your vibe. So maybe ask around and see if any of your loved ones have any good home decor that fits your vibe and reminds them of you, but they don't necessarily need it. I also love a good quote or affirmations on my mirror. I have affirmations from my church around my room. Painting your stuff will help it make it more you. Also, garland. I love garland and putting it anywhere I can. I have celestial garland, I have floral garland, that is part of it that broke off from above my closet. Fairy wings, like I said, any props from your costumes, especially if you're a Renfair goer or a cosplayer, use those around your room. Portraits as well. If you have a celebrity you want to embody, and like just a figure or anything that makes you think of the embodiment of beauty or the embodiment of intellect, anything you want to put your energy towards, put that in a pretty frame. For example, I have a Marilyn Monroe portrait in a gold frame, and it actually used to be my mama's, but I love Marilyn and I have it by my mirror. Also, don't forget you can hang things from your ceiling. My partner has a little dragon in the corner of our room and it's so freaking cute. It's hanging from the ceiling and it is one of my favorite things in our room. I know this was kind of a mumbo jumbo kind of description of how to amp your room up and make it look very grunge, whimsigoth kind of vibes. So that is how to make your room Pinterest worthy. I hope you had such a good time watching my video. I had a good time making it, and this has been your Fae Realm. All my socials are either your Fae Realm or your Fae Princess, and I love you lots. Bye. Be safe and take care of yourself.